you want to be making anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 per month on your first product. What is up, guys? My name is Aegon. To do a little backstory, I am an Amazon FBA seller. I'm 22 years old at the moment, and I'm going to be talking to you why you should sell on Amazon, and kind of why I got into Amazon as well. Well, to start off, I feel like Amazon is a great business to start off with if you've never started a business before. Amazon FBA private labeling was my first business as well. And by private labeling, I mean you find a product and you slap a logo on it, and you might change it, you might bundle it with something else, and you call it your own. That's what a private labeling Amazon product is. And that's what I sell. That's what I do. I private label on Amazon. Why you should do it? I think it's pretty easy to start with. It's not super saturated, as you do need some capital to start with. What I started with, what I put into my first business was less than 2,000. I think it was 1,300 is what I put into my first product. I put 1,300 into my first product. That includes shipping and everything, and it was a success. It was great. I had studied it for a long while. I watched every YouTube video there was out there. I used all the knowledge I could to do that. A lot of people ask me, is private labeling worth it? Because they see a lot of people, I guess a lot of people do fail at it. I think a lot of people do fail at it is because people don't have the right guidance. I think private labeling is a great first business to start with the right guidance. I'm in a lot of Amazon Facebook groups, and I see people I see good stuff, I see bad stuff. I just see people with terrible listings, and I feel like people just don't have the right guidance. I have been studying this business for over 2 years now, and I kind of know what I'm talking about. I think I'm pretty decent at what I do. I've retained a lot of information that I've researched. It's I wouldn't say it's an easy business, but it is it's rigorous at the start. So for example, you do have a lot to do at the start, as you do have to find your product. You have to just research all your keywords, and there's a lot of negotiating with your suppliers. It's not a crazy amount of work, but the most of the work is at the beginning of your business. And once your listing is set up on Amazon, basically that's when it becomes passive. For example, I spend about 30 minutes a day on my listing, and that's basically all I do. I just tweak some things. I'll just look at it. I'll just see. I'll write down what numbers I'm doing for that day, because I like to track my sales per day in units on paper. It's pretty passive for the most part after you get it set up. Yeah, most people have trouble with ranking, and I think that's where people lack the guidance and their listing. I feel like a lot of people have really crappy listings. They just don't know what they're doing. They're not thinking about what you would put into a listing that would make you buy something. They're taking maybe what their suppliers are telling them, or what their suppliers are writing on their sites, and then copying it over. It baffles me how some listings are they're just not good. I don't know what it is. And I really do think people need the guidance, and if that means a course, take a course. Some people do it without a course, and they've been successful. For example, I took a course, and it did help me a lot. Even though I didn't know most of my information, it did take me step by step into these, and it just took me step by step, and I knew exactly what I was doing. It reassured me into things I was doing. It also reminded me of things I forgot. Also, once you start your first product, so once you get your feet wet into your first product, starting your second product is pretty easy, because you know what you're doing. You've had that experience of your first product, and hopefully your first product is making anywhere between $2,000 to $5,000 per month on average. That's what most people I would say most people do. on profit. So anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 per month, and that's on your first product. And then once you get a second product in, and hopefully that's around the same area or even more, since you'll be having more capital to spend on another product. So let's say around, let's average that out, 3,000 and another 3,000. That's 6,000 per month if you have 2 products. For some people, that's worth quitting their job. I personally believe you shouldn't quit your job until you're making as much as your job. I guess as much as your job right now, or like you were just comfortable with what you're doing, and you're just making profit. It's up to you. 6,000 per month on average is a lot of, I think it's a lot of money for most people. It's a lot of money for me as well. So once you get your second product in, it's pretty passive for the most part. So you have 2 products that you're just checking almost every day, 30 minutes a day, I say at the most, unless you have to change something pretty big. Yeah, just 30 minutes a day, and then you can start another product. You can start another product after that, and if you get big enough, you'll get you're gonna have to take on a team. You're gonna have to hire people to take care of your listing, and hopefully one of you guys will get into that position eventually. I still do research on Jungle Scout. I find products every now and then. I don't do as much research as I should be doing. I'm trying to do this, teach you guys as much as I can for right now. It'd be great if I can do this as well. Teaching you guys would probably be my first priority. I have watched tons of videos on Amazon. It's an addiction. I love it. For me, I love private labeling. I love the fight. I love their creativeness that comes in with it. Fighting for that number 1 rank is I really strive for that. So when you do, like, what I mean by that is when you do sell on Amazon, you want to rank on the first page, specifically the top 3 listings, because that's what most people buy. What I advise people is to rank, like I said, rank between the first, second, and third listing on a specific keyword, and that's where most of your money will come from. And that's basically the fight I'm talking about. You're gonna fight between those 3 people: who has the best listing, who has the best photos and the reviews, and whoever does, that's who gets the number one spot. To conclude this, I think Amazon FBA is a great business to start with at first. Hey, if you guys do need help, I'm here. I'll answer every single comment. Just let me know. I do have an Amazon FBA group if you guys want to join that. I'll be giving out tips. You guys can ask more questions there in detail. You can DM me. You can private message me if you want to ask any questions about, you can ask me questions about what I do or anything like that. Anything Amazon related, I'm here for you. It's a pretty good business to start at first. I have recommended it to my friends. Yeah, and if, like I said, if you sell enough, you can quit your job, or you can continue working your job and have a pretty passive income. So you're just making just a crap ton of money, hopefully. And that's gonna be it, guys. If you guys do have any questions, like I said, just leave them in the comments. I'll answer all of them. If you could like the video, that would be freaking awesome. Follow the Facebook page. We're going to be going into much more detail into how to sell on Amazon, so just stay tuned for that. Subscribe. Yeah, hit that notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That would be great. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.
Something about you seems to glow. I can feel your heart